What's up? My name's Graham. If you guys don't know, you're watching my channel. Basically, I'm just gonna spend the next 100 days until I graduate growing, and in that growth process, I'm gonna be sitting here talking every night or once in the day at least, sitting and talking about like my feelings and where I'm at, how I'm feeling, where I'm going, all that sort of thing. Um, really with no other purpose other than for documentation. So yeah, today's day one, which is crazy. I've got 100 days ahead of me of doing this, which, like, it's not crazy to think about. Like 100 days, come on, it's pretty easy. Like I can do anything for 100 days if I really put my mind to it. Um, but I don't know. I just been feeling kind of like daunted, it's been feeling daunting. Like graduating, and like I'm gonna have to be making my own money soon. And I have methods that I'm trying throughout this 100 days, but like it's like this little guy in the back of my head is like, what if it doesn't work? And I know it's not good for me to listen to the little guy, because the little guy doesn't know that he doesn't know it's gonna end up that way or not. But I just been feeling anxious and like nervous about that stuff. Especially like I just broke up with my girlfriend a few days ago. I really didn't want to, but like, the behaviors were not changing, and there was not, I have to focus on this stuff. So like I couldn't like play those games and do all that anymore, which, I hate that I had to do that, but it is what it is, and that's something that, I have to do to be successful. So, and I've been not like stressed about it, but like I don't have anybody to sit here and talk to, which is kind of why I'm doing this. I don't really see anybody. I don't really interact with anybody on a daily basis, typically in person, as much as I did. So it's kind of, getting adjusted to that change. I really, I don't know. I'm like excited, nervous for the future, I guess, if that makes sense. Like I don't know. I don't know what holds. I have an idea, and I feel like if I keep focusing on that idea of, what the future holds for me, um, it's gonna appear before me. Well, I think that's very much true. But it's just a little nerve-wracking. I'm sure anyone who's watching this video having to do something like that, where you're literally like just uncertain of the future. I think, that's something that, is not uncommon to feel. So it makes me feel a little bit better. But yeah, like I don't know. I really, even if nothing like super crazy comes of it, which I hope it does, I hope that changed my life. But even if it doesn't, if I, show up and consistently do these things all 100 days, it's going to mean a lot more to me than just completing the challenges that I'm going to set for myself. Shows like it's discipline for me. I feel like I've had a discipline problem and consistency problem, where like I just, I like do stuff and I get excited about it, and I quit. And I feel like, 100 days, I'm not going to be excited the whole time. I'm not going to want to sit here and spend 5-10 minutes sitting here talking to the camera. But it's good for me, and I think that, completing those goals will, it'll do more for me than I know that it'll do more for me than what I initially think it will, I think. So, that's my take. Had a good day today. Hit the gym, feeling good. Hoping to stay clean and good food diet this upcoming 100 days. But yeah, because that's also my goal, is to get big before I join the Miami verse. So doing that, and then yeah. Made some sports betting ads. Tomorrow I really need to lock in. I'm getting up early to go to the gym. Hit some cardio. Come back. Coconut water at the gym. Coffee, hydrate, whatever. Yeah. It's getting pretty late, but this is day one. Just kind of wanted to lay out the preface for all this. And I know it's going to get easier after like a few days of me doing this. It's not going to bother me as much. But, you know, and it doesn't bother me, but it's going to become more ingrained in me. It's going to become more normal. So, you know, today it is February 3rd, Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026. And I'll see you tomorrow.